Namaskar, my name is Navneet Anand, and you're watching this special edition of Bureaucrats India Dialogues with one of India's leading thought leaders, stalwart of oil refinery and fertilizer sector, and chairman cum managing director of National Fertilizers Limited, Sri U. Saravanan sir. Sri Saravanan has been a veteran of the industry, having spent over 33 years in the oil refinery and chemicals and fertilizers sector. Before he took over, he also worked as CMD of Madras Fertilizers Limited. A chemical engineer by training, Sri Saravanan is passionate about what he is doing, what he calls the holy business of feeding the country. An exceedingly passionate leader. He leads from the front and he can be found on the field all the while. We have the great privilege of having him with us in our show today, and I request my colleague Pragya Lal to take forward this conversation.
How has NFL contributed to India's goal of achieving self-sufficiency in urea production, particularly in light of the increased domestic output of nano urea?
Actually, if you see that self-sustenance in urea in the country is concerned, that NFL is producing around close to 40 lakh metric ton. If you take that it contributes about 14% of the total production of the country. And if you take PUC altogether, our contribution comes more than the 57%. If you take a country wise, we come next to IPCO. So by the way, you could see that the importance of the NFL in fulfilling the self-sustenance in the urea of the country. And if you see that nano fertilizers, actually government is importing to the extent of say 6 to 7 million tons of urea by now. Earlier it was more than 10 million, it is now reduced. The first step towards that introduction of nano is that to fulfill the requirement of the imports. To wanted to avoid the imports, first with the nano fertilizer. So nano fertilizer is zero subsidy product and also produced in India. So that way, we don't see that nano fertilizer is against our actual business of urea productions. Actually speaking, that we are also in the production of a nano. So we are also going to start nano very soon.
Could you elaborate, sir, on NFL's initiative towards adopting eco-friendly alternatives and their impact on reducing urea imports?
If you see that way, eco-friendly fertilizers, we do trading of a city compost, and we also produce biofertilizers. And very recently, we also launched a product called fermented organic manure. And we also do a lot of SSP trading. That way, I think you can say that company is continuously in the progress of finding out new products, especially in trading. Like for example, potash derived from molasses, which is a byproduct of sugar industries. And we are also now talking with the sugar industries, which produces potash out of the spent wash. So likewise, company is in continuous endeavor to find out alternative fertilizers so that the utilization of a chemical fertilizers will come down. But if you say that will it be an alternative for the import? I would say that immediately not. We are tending towards that.
So, with the decline in consumption of conventional urea and the rise in sales of nano urea, how has NFL adapted its production and marketing strategies to meet changing market demands?
Yeah. See, the development of the nano urea is good for the company and also good for the country. And as I already told you that NFL also in the process of starting nano fertilizers. We are going to start about 5 crore bottles per annum, which is equivalent to 22 lakh metric ton of urea equivalent. They say that one bottle of nano is equivalent to 45 kg of solid urea. So that way it is encouraging actually. So if you see that in the future is going to be liquid fertilizers, So far we were using solid fertilizers, and there the nutrient use efficiency is very low, and the transportation cost is also huge. Now the transformation is taking place from solid urea to liquid urea, in that the nano urea and nano DAP also has now come in. So government is pushing, and a company like us also adapted the technologies, and we wanted to switch over from solid to liquid. In the process, we have now started with the nano. As I already told you that the nano fertilizer first will replace the country requirement on import side, and slowly it will replace the solid urea. If that situation comes, then NFL also, yes, will increase number of nano urea company, urea facilities. So thereby I would say that I would only encourage nano fertilizers. As I have told you that it is having a zero subsidy, there is no burden on government side, and also it is domestically available. When a country is committed to food security for all its citizens, then it is all the more it is important that yes, we should have a self-sustenance in urea productions.
What specific measures has NFL taken to enhance energy efficiency and reduce carbon footprints across its manufacturing units?
Yeah, it's order of the day. If you see that urea is tightly controlled, and the energy efficient, I wanted to see it other way. It is a consumption of your raw material in making a urea. That is being specified by the specific consumption. That we call it as the energy consumption. That means you use less raw material to produce same ton of urea. That sense, earlier we were using fuel oil. The residues are more, and carbon generation was more. You know that carbon dioxide we are using as a raw material in our urea production, and we were producing a lot of carbon dioxide, so we were selling carbon dioxide those times. After we switch over from fuel oil to the clean fuel, regasified LNG, now we produce carbon dioxide. We make carbon dioxide only to the requirement of the urea. That means that whatever carbon dioxide generates, little bit is being consumed in the urea production. So that way, from fuel oil to RLNG switch over has reduced huge quantity of carbon dioxide. And also very recently we have introduced GTG, and then GTG with heat recovery system we have introduced for our own power generations, and utilizing the extra heat for producing the steam. So thereby we have reduced the usage of fuel oil, and because generally we use fuel oil for making steam and other things. So that way overall if you see that we have 5 units, and 2 units in Punjab, 1 in Haryana, and 2 in Madhya Pradesh, and put together that if you could see that we have reduced a lot of carbon dioxide generations.
That's great, sir. How does NFL plan to leverage its marketing network and distribution channels to expand its product offering beyond fertilizers and into other agro inputs?
Yeah, as I already told you that we manufacture about 40 lakh metric ton of urea, and we also do trading, marketing of another 10 to 11 lakh ton of urea produced by the Rabagundam unit. And also we do a lot of trading also. To that extent, we would say that 60 lakh metric ton we normally in an average we will sell. By the way, if you see that nearly 10 to 13 crore bags of fertilizer we are selling to the farmers. I would say that every 5th or 6th bag is our bag of fertilizers. That is our reach. When this is moreover we are a pan-India presence company. Now we were expanding towards Tamil Nadu also. Thereby, we have a farmer reach, and other side we have a lot of entrepreneurs in India who have a lot of products. Something which is catering to the specific crops, and something which will enhance the fertility of the soil. Something will improve the yield of the crops. So many varieties I used to meet. Lot of entrepreneurs used to come and meet me and all. So I wanted to open the entire marketing network to them, so that they can launch their product under our brand name called Kisan. So thereby, they get opportunity to sell their products. Thereby, other side, farmers also get benefit out of that. It will, their soil fertility will be increased and their yield will be improved. Thereby, their income will be enhanced. And also, the Make in India government vision is also fulfilled in this regard. So in that way, you ask a good question that as a company, we wanted to open our entire marketing channel for any new entrepreneur who have a best quality of products. They can come to us, and we are very much open for them.
Could you elaborate on NFL's initiative in corporate social responsibility, particularly in sectors such as health, education, and environmental sustainability?
Under CSR, we do a lot of CSR activities in letter and spirit. We supply a lot of medical equipments to the hospitals and ambulance to the hospitals, and we also do a lot of medical health camps and screen tests for the early detection of the cancer and to start the early treatment, especially among women. And we also supply hearing aids to hearing impaired individuals and also give artificial limbs to the differently able persons. Under education, if you see that, we also issue a lot of education related materials and IT enabled boards and RO water facilities in the schools, and we also set up a mini science lab so that to promote STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and math. And we also give vocational training to the women in apparel sector for their livelihood. Okay. And under environmental, whatever village is located nearby our units, we have provided LED street lights. Yeah.
That's great, sir. So, what are the future plans of NFL to fulfill its vision and mission?
So, as you could able to understand that NFL is mainly in the business of manufacturing urea, and that is not going to be sufficient for its survival in the years to come. So now there is a need arises that, and also it is a requirement of the country also, as I already told that it is a import dependent sector. So in that the role of NFL is very much required. Being a PSU, it has its importance. So now NFL decides to expand globally. NFL thinks to acquire reserves, especially reserve of a rock and some of the finished product units in the abroad. Wanted to have a joint venture kind of things, acquire in full, so that whatever the rock requirement of the country for producing DAP, domestic production of DAP, and also SSP industries, we can do a major role in this. Because a lot of our subsidies are going away from the country. So those things can be prevented when NFL company like NFL enter into such kind of business. Its presence, if it is there in the global, yes, the money can be contained well within India, and also the rate will be in affordable nature, because as I already told you that our business is a holy business. We really don't want to go for a big margin. So we would like to operate with a thin margin. So thereby the subsidy outgo also will be controlled and reduced. In that, NFL role is very much significant. So company will be looking in those side only. That is one side. Second thing is that we wanted to, as I told you, that we have a pan-India presence. We wanted to launch a lot of non-subsidized chemicals and fertilizers. So thereby we get a good margin as a company, and also we give good product to the farmers for their income to grow.
Now that we are inching towards the end of our interview, so we'd like to know you, Saravanan, if not working as CMD of NFL, what do you do to unwind, and who all are there in your family? Something your personal side we would like to know, sir.
Okay. Had I not become or come to this kind of business, I would have gone into film industries. So I wanted to pursue my future only in that. It is, I tried my level best. I could not get good opportunities. So then I concentrated on my work, and now I come up to this stage. So that sense, if you see that my hobby and passion is listening music, songs and singing songs, and seeing movies, something related to that, movie related things. And you ask me about family, my wife is a homemaker. I have 2 children. Elder is daughter. She is pursuing her post-graduation in Seoul, South Korea, in computer science with a specialization of big data. And my son is now pursuing his graduation in artificial intelligence and machine learning. He is studying in Chennai.
That's great. So, a small message for Bureaucrats India and its readers.
Yes. Very recently I come across the Bureaucrats of India. I have seen the activities which they are finding out the leaders and bureaucrats who contribute to the nations. Your evaluation process is the best, and the output also very much encouraging. And in the sense that involving NFL into that, I feel that it is a very proud moment, and NFL also will be kind of supporting to your firm, so that you identify good talent in India and connect them, so that we can tending towards make in India in all our sectors and self-sustenance in all our sectors. In that, I feel that you do kind of a good job towards that. I only wish you all best in all your endeavors. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Jai Hind.